So we're at the Brooklands Motor Museum for the start of the 2017 London to Brighton Classic Car Show. Stephen, what are you driving today?
This is my car. This is my 1975 Toyota Celica, which has been restored over the last 10 years. What's your car?
It's a 1977 MG B Roadster, family heirloom, been in the family since 1988.
Cool. And what are you looking for today?
The expensive versions of these, E-Types and Cobras.
Okay, and I'm looking for the stuff that might be this in the future and was it in the past. So I'm looking for like Mustangs, things that it was based on, and then the other quirky cars that you wouldn't consider to be classics but are now because most of them have rusted off or died off or have been exported. We've got a bit of a mission ahead then.
Let's do it.
So Dale's found somebody with an E-Type, and obviously he loves E-Types. He's ran over to them and he's got them now.
John.
Hi there.
Tell us a little about this beautiful car that you've got. How long have you had it?
I had it actually for 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, indeed.
And how much of the work do you do on it?
Not very much. I have a man who does it.
You're a facilitator.
I am indeed, yes. I like to polish and I like it to look nice.
Yeah,
and I have someone who can fix it.
Have you done a run like this before?
I've done a Jaguar one, but never a classic.
Right, okay. And what's your cruising speed then in this?
I normally don't take it much above 70.
Right, very decent of you. It's
Everywhere you can see serious money in cars. The E-Type just behind there that you can't see very easily. Then the Alvis here, this Lagonda, fabulous. This beautiful yellow racing E-Type. But the thing about classic cars is, like I said, more cars become classics. And this Capri, clearly a classic. A-Reg, first time round. I remember when that was a new car. That would be what, 1983? Something like that, I find. Is that right? Yeah, no, 83. Good to have you. Now this is the owner. Well, are you the owner?
I'm the owner, yeah.
He said earlier he nicked it, but he's changing his story now. Hello, man. What's your name?
Yeah, John Greenway.
Hello there, John. Nice to have you here. Now, the Capri, I've got my opinion on this, and it's a positive one, but just for the benefit of everybody else, is this a classic?
Yeah.
Now, the thing about Capris is they were prolific. They were everywhere. There's nowhere near as many of them now, which actually kind of adds to its classic status. Why aren't there loads of them around still? Because there's a Beetle over there, and there's still tons of Beetles out there. So why is there not loads of Capris?
So there's a boy racer car. They smashed them all up years ago, and that was
and what do you miss from a modern car in this?
comfort.
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 It is.
I've got an Audi. It's so comfortable to drive.
And Audis have got. I'm assuming your Audi's got aircon as well.
Yeah.
And has this got aircon?
Sunroof.
Right, there you go. What more aircon do you want? Thanks for showing us it, mate.
So you're more than welcome.
Cheers, man.
Hi, I'm Dale. Your name is?
Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you. So are these both yours?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Wow, in the blue corner and the red corner, they are both in excellent condition. Can you tell us a little bit about either of them?
So I bought them both about the last 3 or 4 months, and actually I bought them so we could celebrate my father's 70th birthday, so we're doing the London to Brighton Classic Run today.
Right.
So hopefully both cars will get us there and back.
I hope
and
so.
The weather will stay good.
Well, they both look like they're in impeccable condition. If you've only just got them, I'm guessing you haven't done any work on them.
No, I bought them like this. So this is 1960s Mark II Austin Healey, and it's a 1963 MG Roadster. So both, fingers crossed, in good enough condition to make the journey.
Well, I hope that you both have a trouble-free run, and we'll see you at the other end in Brighton.
Brilliant.
Thank you
Great
very
stuff.
much
Thank
for your
you.
time. Much
Cheers.
appreciated.
Bye-bye.
I was kind of looking for cars that are unassuming classics. Actually, if you know the car world quite well, you'll know that's a classic already. That's Citroen. A few weeks ago when we did the mini show, we saw that motorised armchair. This is a motorised armchair. I mean, if you look inside it, it looks like a sofa, but it not only looks like a sofa, it rides like a sofa. That air suspension, when it comes in, it wallows, it moves around. I imagine from a sporting perspective, it is absolutely useless, but from a comfort perspective, you could probably fall asleep in that car while you're driving it, which isn't a good thing.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Is that everything okay? You've got the bonnet up. Is that just for easy access for the...
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, yeah.
So what did the police think about you putting that across the number plate?
You noticed that, did you? Actually, the last time I did this, I put it on the grill.
Yeah, and it overheated. Fucking hell, is that exhaust big enough on your car?
Yeah, because that guy was just talking about large exhausts, and he was going, oh, he said, you've seen that Alfa, it's got a big exhaust at the back, and I'm thinking, no, it hasn't.
Seen nothing.
No, it hasn't. Okay then, Dale, tell us about your family heirloom.
My family heirloom. So this is a 1977 MG B Roadster. My father bought it in 1988.
Okay.
And we did a bit of a restoration job on it together. Primarily what's under the hood. So we took the engine out and we did a strip down and a rebuild.
Gosh.
So it's actually in reasonably good condition under the
wow.
bonnet.
Yeah.
New brake lines, engine was taken out, stripped down to the big end. I manually reground the valve holes with one of those sanders that goes like that.
What, just literally with your hands?
Yeah. So
How long did that take?
Took forever. Yeah, and I was thinking, thank God it's only an 8-valve car. If this was a 16-valve, I would be here for twice as long. So,
right.
so it's done around 82,000 miles. Had the engine rebuild at around 75.
Right.
So hopefully everything sort of mechanical under the bonnet is in a reasonably good shape.
What is your big worry for the journey? What is the thing that is most likely to go a little bit awry?
Right, okay, so there's a number of things here. The first one is like, will it start? I think the only other thing with obviously old cars is the temperature gauge. When you're driving along and then you get stuck in traffic and it starts creeping up and the fan hasn't kicked in yet. Is it going to kick in? Is it not?
Especially if you've got your London to Brighton insignia and you're having to bolt it over the front of the radiator.
Well, that's why I think if you look, I did mine. I don't think that is going to compromise the cooling on my car today.
I mean, people might not know when you're turning left, but you won't overheat. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
So you won't overheat, but in the event of you overheating and you're pulling off the road, they won't know that you're pulling off. Not from the front anyway.
They'll be following me anyway.
They'll be following you. Oh yeah, they should all be.
But fingers crossed, we'll have a clean run. So, Stephen, anything original left on your car?
Well, the car, it's obviously, and you know, you'll see some really nice restored versions of this out there. You have to hunt a bit more for them now because they're disappearing. But yeah, the shell is there and it's original, but quite a lot of it isn't. The engine is completely different. It's an engine transplant. I'll show that in a minute. I'll show that now, actually.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Engine-wise, this
so you probably could have got another Toyota Celica engine to put in it there. There wasn't a problem of not being able to source an original part. You've gone out of your way to put a Nissan engine in your Toyota.
I have gone not only out of my way, but there is not even a decent excuse for me having done it. And by that I mean the original engine that was in there was the original engine and had only done 50,000 miles and was running absolutely fine. So if you come around and have a look at the dials, you'll see that it's a very different ball game. Whereas your normal dials would be just all this lovely sort of like, you know, needles with a printed thing. As you can see, this is all completely jet black, nothing going on until you start it.
Oh, you got Knight Rider.
And it's all completely digital. It's all digital on the revs, on the speed, water temperature, fuel, oil pressure, everything, because it's all electronic. And of course the car wasn't set up for anything electronic, everything on it was mechanical.
Yeah.
So for that very reason it had to be changed. That was expensive and that was hard work as well, trying to find brand new dials that would fit into the bezel of a 1975 car. The classic car owner's boot, certainly in my case, the battery, which was relocated in order to make space for an engine in the front, the jump leads needed to start the car, and that's an absolute essential, an entire cover for the car, because if it starts raining, I pull over by the side of the road, rain is not going to destroy this car. A set of prettier plates that possibly aren't road legal, need a little bit of a gap there. And then most importantly, when I park it on a hill, a brick to put behind the wheel. Oh, well, we've seen the cars, we've done enough London. Shall we do the to Brighton bit?
Let's do it.
Best of luck.
Hope to see you there.
Let's do it.
Can we dance together one time? Would you like to be my friend? How is this gonna end? I think I'm falling back again. With you is where I wanna be. It's true. I wanna have you close to me. It's true. So come and hold me like the old times, and I won't hold back, not this time, because I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you. I love you, baby.
So it's a gloriously hot, sunny day, which is great for a convertible car, apart from when you're in traffic. So we're constantly having to look down here at the temperature gauge to see whether we're overheating or not. Currently, it's bang in the middle, but a little earlier on, it'd start to creep up, and I'm not sure when the electric fan kicks in and when the car is overheating. So never an easy journey, constantly wondering and worrying whether you are in fact going to get there or whether you're going to be held up by the side of the road for a couple of hours.
And break down your walls, oh yeah. So come and hold me like the old times, and I won't hold back.
Classic car driving is different from modern car driving. Some people say better, some people worse. Some people will say it's worse because you've got no aircon, you've got no crumple zones, you don't feel anywhere near as safe. It's hard work not having power steering. You know, in a roundabout is a bit of an effort. A 3-point turn is a workout.
And not just for the night, we're gonna make it right. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it right. And not just for the
Nowhere to pull over for like 3 miles.
Stephen, where have you taken us?
On the route.
This isn't the route. Those other guys turned right ages ago.
Well, I've got a sat nav and I was picking the non-motorway route and it said to go this way. Actually, at the end of this road, we'll join on with the people who went right.
Right.
Genuinely, because I had a look at the right and I wondered where they were going.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We're just doing the other side of a triangle.
Right, okay.
Look, I mean, we're not lost because I'm pretty certain at the end of the road we'll join on with somewhere that was more close to where we should be going. But look, it's this tulip map. Right, the rest of the world has a phone with a smartphone with a sat nav on it. This is like, I mean, look at these drawings. They're like DNA sequence. I mean, like, no one gives you directions and they give you a book. It's ring-bound directions. I mean, most people directions should fit on the back of an envelope. Sorry, I've realised that was a ring-bound on your paintwork.
I
Have a
think-
quick look, that was all right, it's fine.
Stephen,
Yes.
we're lost, yeah? And you were the lead driver.
Okay, then you go in front.
Okay.
You go in front, I don't mind. Look, I'm pretty certain at the end of this road, it'll join on with where all the other cars were going.
So everyone else was going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you turned left rather than right.
Yeah, well,
and then we were going to pull over, and then you missed that one, and then there was the golf club you could have pulled into. It
was on the other side of the road. We would have
it
to
was
wait.
on our side of the road.
But we would have, no, because we would have to wait to turn right, coming out of it to go back. I mean, yes, if we were going to go the other way going back.
Well, it's all right. I didn't need to be in
Just a
Brighton
really-
until 6 o'clock in the evening.
Really pretty day, and we can get a chance to enjoy the trees and the stuff.
Okay.
All right, look, I've got a sat nav. It said this way. I trust it more than 40 pages of basically DNA sequence printed off by
thing
a
is,
guy
n-
in his
now-
70s
now
who
we've-
thinks a map is cheating.
Now we've deviated from the tulip,
Yeah.
you do realise that this is completely useless now.
No, we can. Well, it was completely useless when we didn't deviate from it. I mean, It's crap. Whoever, an actual tulip would be better navigation than that map. It'll be fine. Look, follow me to the end of the road. I'll get you back up onto Tulip Express, and then you can go in front, and I can follow you, and we can have our.
Then we might get to where we're going.
1950s navigation. It'll be absolutely fine. Look, nothing to worry.
Can we dance together one time? Would you like to be my friend? How is this gonna end?